Mum has just explained to me that she absolutely detests the countdown music. But as part of the kitchen sink when we started it, we used to really dance to that countdown. So for me, I get more and more excited as it gets slower and slower because I know it's getting closer. Hello and welcome and good evening wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I know that we are covering the full time zone. My name is Lucy, Lucy Orchard, and this is the Lucy Show. This is my mother, producer Chris.
Hello.
Who will join in with all of the community here tonight and try and assist in the derailment of the show.
Me, never.
Yeah, always. I will strongly keep to the notes, the pages of notes that I've made, desperately holding on with my fingertips to what could be described as a scripted show.
Wow.
Hey. Well, cheers, everybody.
Yes, cheers, everybody.
We have managed to make it through, I call it the second week, because for me, it's my sort of second week back at work, isn't it? Second week? Is it second week?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't it feel like we're in month 8?
Well, I had a week off last week, and I feel as if Christmas was just 10 days ago.
Blink. Yeah. I saw my wage slip and I noticed that because where I work, I work as a truck driver, might have mentioned it before. And the thing is, we closed down when the quarries closed down. So all last year I saw these big numbers of holidays, but of course they use those as our holidays when the quarries are shut down. Because even though we can't physically go to work, we do get paid kind of thing. So I had this big number of holidays available. And then Christmas happened and now there's a very few number of holidays available. And I'm like, I quite liked having them visually in the bag, even though I can't afford to go anywhere. It was like hypothetical. It was like Schrodinger's holiday.
Yeah.
It was that number represented the holidays I could have. I had a lovely time. As I told everybody, I ate, I slept, I drank. I went for days on end, just purely wearing sleepwear. But having those days there, I was like, oh, we could go away here, we could go away there. All of a sudden, just seeing I've got like 7 days left, it's like,
wow.
Oh, so I go away for a week somewhere. And in my head, it's like, I still can't afford to go anywhere for that week. But that's not the point. I could have gone to the Seychelles. Now I have to choose between the Seychelles and New York. So we're going to move on to the Lucy update. Let's have a look who is on there. Hello, Amanda. Amanda is on there.
Hi, Amanda.
Let's have a look. We got, hello, Leona.
Hello, Leona.
Roger, is that some of the special Orchard Scrumpy? If so, I think you have a protein problem. No, it is literally just Fanta. Hello, ladies. So the village the Lucy update, getting ahead of myself. Just want to let everybody know, I didn't fall over this week. Where's my medal? Do you want to send it here?
No, don't bother.
Also, I've started seeing someone. Well, we haven't met yet, but when I posted the link for tonight's show, I had a lovely gentleman from Africa tell me that
Is he a king? Prince?
Well, he's got. I looked through his profile. You obviously have a snoop when you get any kind of interest, and he said, "Baby, I love you," and that he just wants my telephone number and my address so we can start chatting.
What your bank details?
And I just thought maybe this is true love because he hasn't gone straight in for the sort code and mother's maiden name. Maybe this is how I know it's real. So hey, if you're watching, I don't like being called baby in the first sentence when we interact, but hey, I'll take what I can get. I may not have fallen over, but I did have a tiny little incident this week. Hey to America, well heck, a prince, well done, thanks babe. So I had to get out of my truck in a really muddy place, and in this muddy place I had to wear like my full disco high vis, so my trousers, everything like that. So I reached up to get where I keep my trousers within hand's reach because I wear normal clothes, and then I slipped the big baggy high vis PPE, as it's called, on over it.
Sack.
And then I forgot about something I had to do, and I drove off, and I went over a bump. And because I hadn't closed the cupboard, some truck drivers that are watching will guess what happened. Get in touch on the chat if you can guess what happened. So I opened my overhead locker. I took something out of it. I didn't close my overhead locker. And then I proceeded to drive and hit a bump. Let's see if we've got any interaction coming through. Roger, does he own a diamond mine? I don't know, but once I give him my address and telephone number, I'm hoping we'll get to cover these questions. Who knows? I'm hoping he does. So
I could have a tennis bracelet.
you could have a tennis bracelet, yes.
Well, it'd be more like a rugby bracelet. He
Yeah.
owns his own mine.
And no strings attached.
No.
No babysitting. No
No.
emotional babysitting. Yes. So everything from my locker hit me in the face. So I'm in a bad mood. I've had to get out of the truck. Everything all of me is just covered in mud, and it's that sort of mud there where a little bit gets on your trousers, then it gets on your arm, and it gets everywhere. So it's just mud. And then I go over a little bump, and I get hit in the face with A to Z for Devon. Somerset stayed in the locker. I don't know what that means. I was smacked in the face with my own place. Dave has put David Wall hi, by the way.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Love that. Did anything get hurt? No, and the thing is, you're saying, did anything? Not me. Where's me? Kelly's watching. Hey, ladies. Hello, my love. So first of all, I got smacked in the face with an A to Z for Devon. My whiteboard hit me in the face. I had my high vis long sleeve jacket hit me like that, and then my roll of gaffer tape, my emergency gaffer tape, right, bounced off my head.
Obviously thought there was an emergency. It was only doing its job.
And went flying out the window because the windows were open because I'd just been reversing. Damn my own morals. So I thought, luckily my hard hat wasn't in the cupboard because that has happened before and it's happened to every truck driver. Put the hard hat on, went out, I opened the door to grab it. What I didn't realise is and I hope nobody from work is watching, my driver's manual had fallen down the side. When I opened the door, it like, you know, like when bread and butter floats onto the floor. My driver's manual went, I managed to pick it up. That's in a black bag in the front seat. I'll brush that off eventually. But I was just like, and do you know what hurt the most when it hit me in the face? My little Tupperware pot with all my COVID tests to make sure that I'm, safe on the road. So yes. Have I been affected by COVID?
Yeah.
Yes. I got twatted in the face with a box of lateral flows in some very expensive Tupperware. We should have bought the cheaper stuff. Hope you had hope you had an amazing Christmas. Yes, we did.
We did.
We did. Thank you either way. By the way, hello, Dave. And just looking now, Roger sent a message. Do you remember the TV that attacked me on the M3 when we were travelling towards Glastonbury? I do, but I think we were closer to sight. I swear to God, we were going. We were definitely closer when we were talking on the CP. You stopped talking mid-sentence, went silent for a while. Most truck drivers, they will put their TVs on either side. So if they sleep that side, they'll put the TV there. And Roger must sleep that way, so his TV was there, which is where he drives. He got by his own media centre.
Need a break.
No, but he hasn't been the same.
There are easier ways to get into TV.
I want to highlight just how truck drivers can injure themselves that have nothing to do with truck driving. So for me, my own belongings can injure me. For Roger, he got hit in the face with his own belongings. I like to knee my bad knee as I'm climbing into the truck. And also, don't let me walk in a straight line. Steel toe caps. There was nothing wrong. If anything, if I didn't have steel toe caps, I wouldn't have fallen over. And I came up last week with I got really angry because I forgot to explain that when I tripped over last week, I slid sideways. And I like to think I ended it like Torval and Dean ended the Bolero. hello, lovelies. Kiora. Is it Kiora? Kiora. Hello, my love. So we've got Indiana watching, we've got the UK watching, and now we've got New Zealand watching. We are covering the globe.
Oh my goodness.
There we
me.
go. I love it when that happens. So we finally did it, didn't we? We took down our therapy tree. Shh, it's okay. It's okay, Mum.
We needed the space.
We need space. Due to the unprecedented living conditions, we needed the space.
Plus,
But
it wasn't our big.
It wasn't
big
our big
tree.
therapy tree. So we've taken down the Christmas tree 3 months earlier than I was planning to do. But what we have done is we've now decorated the tree that we do have in the room. So we've made a new therapy tree.
It's a bamboo plant.
It's a bamboo plant, but now it is surrounded by fairy lights.
Yeah.
So we still have twinkly lights and green stuff.
Yeah.
When we
And we're going to get more.
We've decided, as it is a therapy tree,
It's
there's a larger burden it has to carry. Just that the couple of fairy lights is fine, but not for how we feel about 2022. No.
I mean, when we got the tree, it was just a tree.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I added some lights, and it was an add-on to the therapy tree. Yeah. But now it's the only it's got a lot of burden to shoulder. Yeah. So we're thinking. At the moment, it's just a little row of battery operated, but we're going to have to go mains.
Yes.
That's one of the things we've decided. Let's go mains.
Yeah. We can get more of them.
Yeah, we can get.
In actual fact, if we were really, really, really clever.
Floodlights.
No. We would get one of our other Christmas boxes and get the Christmas lights out of there, and we wouldn't have to buy any.
Mum, in one of the boxes that we saw on the weekend, I have got, I think it's 50 metres of fairy lights.
I know, but 50 metres of fairy lights
would mean there's no tree. Come on in, take the work clothes on, slip on the old soldering mask, turn the tree on.
Gosh, we could sunbathe.
We could sunbathe, but Emily wouldn't get the SAD. I was hiding from Clayton. That sounds pretty. I have a friend who kept their tree up, and they call it therapy as well, because it is twinkly, sparkly, glittery things that distract from the sadness.
In fact, everything we have has got some sort of glitter.
Because now it's not Christmas. This isn't Noel. This is my brother's name, Noel. And we have got hello from Miss Polly. Congratulations on the first day of the beginning of the rest of your life, darling. Congratulations. She is tendered her notice to start new adventures. The first one being her.
Wow, that is brilliant.
Yeah, she's been to, what's that song? I've been to so and so, but I've never been to me. It's going to be in my head now for the next 4 days.
Well,
San Diego?
Somebody else will come up.
I've been to San Francisco, San Diego.
I don't know.
Oh, damn it! I think it's in Priscilla.
I think it just says I've been everywhere. I've never been to. But that's.
I got reminded 3 years today. Oh, little thank you from Polly. There we go. Thank you. No, thank you for being a friend, Polestar. And for distracting me yesterday. I mean, I didn't have a job properly, but whatever. Thank you. 3 years ago today, I was in Switzerland.
Really? I think I've got the photos.
Mm-hmm.
It was very.
How do I explain this? It was -18. If you've heard this story before, tough.
Buckle in.
Buckle in. So it's a case of it was -18, and trucks have little heaters on them that run when the truck's engine isn't on. It's called a night heater because it's traditionally used at night. Unless you think it's like free heat for me, and I'll just use it all bloody day. And it turns out that after about -15, my night heater didn't work because it was so cold. it was freezing the diesel. So
Was that in Davos?
it was in Davos, which was, this is my claim to fame.
Was it the G6?
No.
Climate?
It's called the Global Economic Forum. Something like that.
Jeff.
It was Jeff's economic. It was a Ponzi scheme with a guy called Jeff. I reckon there'd be Ponzi schemes everywhere there. So what it is for millionaires to meet together, talk about what changes poor people can make in order to make them more money. Yeah. I felt so special being able to go there. And I went with an absolute tool of a human excuse. And it was the same year that Greta Thunberg did her speech. Now, because my night heater wasn't working, I had to choose between two options. One, continue to run my engine morning, noon and night in order to stay alive. Or two, die. So what I did is I went with running my engine morning, noon and night.
Oh, I bet Greta was thrilled.
And there's Greta standing on the stage going, we need to have a look at ourselves and think what we can do to reduce our emissions. And I'm like, talk for yourself, love. I'm not turning this fucking truck off. Not unless my gravescope's going to be like, well, she was found in a truck with Murder, She Wrote playing. That's all I did. I basically sat there, I watched Murder, She Wrote, I took pictures of cameos, sent them to Roger.
I think I might have to leave the room.
Yeah, off you go.
Okay.
Yeah, a cat emergency. And then I also, and this is where it's come from, Rose. I met a lovely old lady on the train called Rose who told me about all the lovely things I can do in the local area, and I did, and I went off, and I had a day in thermal spa. So yes, that was something that was nice that the memories on Facebook reminded me of, because I have that amazing memory. And then basically the last 2 years, I just remember being stuck in a fucking house with no holidays. Yes. Oh, good morning to Loz. So that's New Zealand ticked. We've got Australia ticked. Keep them coming in. We've got hello, lovely ladies. I have made it to day 5 of COVID inflicted isolation in Australia. Wow. Well, I'm running virus software, so type away, Myth. Don't worry about it. All right. Loz, how is the new business going? Have you been sign writing aplenty? Or have you spent the week annoying Cal and organising the same desk over and over and over again? We've got a little message from Stupid Flanders. And this is a train. So I'm going to guess that this is our choo-choo cam. Lovely. I love the fact emojis, which means I think you're in Canada. So there you go. Tick Canada covered as well. So tick, send me another emoji if I guessed it right. And Loz, a bit of both. Oh, God bless Cal. Day out in Basil, Roger has said. Yes, I had to catch the train because an idiot made a mistake and I had to carry the can for it. Yes, and then I got reminded as well, and this is something that always makes me laugh. It was 12 years ago today, I heard a report on the news that there is a wine created in Devon, and I wasn't living in Devon at the time, and it's called Buckfast. Now, what happens is there are some monks down the road, about an hour and a bit down the road. There are some monks, and what they do is they buy large tankers of very cheap French wine. They pray over it, and they pour can only be described as 250% caffeine and herbs into it. And I know you can't have that much because that's how much caffeine they put in it. One drink, and you'll be awake for 3 days. And the Scottish part of the UK absolutely adore it. And I remember printing this, I put this on my Facebook. So in 2010, there were over 5,000 criminal reports of people causing trouble under the influence of Buckfast Abbey wine. And in over 114 of these statements, the bottle was the weapon. Who knew? Who knew that I would move to home of the Bucky? And then what else have I done? I tried to change. We've still got a few bits of addresses to change online. And I rang a call centre and said, can I do it? And she said, yes, I can do it for you now online. So I was having trouble in this loop. You know, when you press this button, it says, why didn't you press this button to press this button? And you realise you've had a lot of trouble. So I thought, I'll ring them. And she went, yes, no worries. Of course I can do it online on the phone with you. It'll be 20 quid to change your name and address. But if you do it online, it's £6. So I went through emails, I went through pieces of paper, I got all the bits of information I would need. And at the end of the evening, I brought up the website. It said closed for maintenance. Get in the bin. Who else we got? Jason.
See, I would have paid 20 quid.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I'm in charge of the savings. International superstar Lucy, thank you very much, Jason. Yes, I guessed. Polly loves Scotland. Yeah, they are wonderful people up there. Come on Facebook Messenger. There we go. Stevie's watching. Mead. Well, it's not mead. It's a tonic wine, which is wine.
Tonic.
With a tonic, yes. Which is probably what I could have used with today when I clouted my own face with a box of lateral flow tests. And then the last but not least thing I want to include in the Lucy update is I went somewhere yesterday, and as a truck driver, I went to deliver somewhere. And when I've been there in the past, there are toilets outside. They're called portaloos. I think this is an international term, portaloo. A thunderbox, a dunny, an outhouse plastic, little dome toilet. And it is for people to use, obviously.
Wow.
Don't interrupt.
Crisis averted.
And the lighting is poor, and gentlemen tend to go in there just for a wee. So what happens is poorly lit and it's covered in piss. So I asked, no need to aim. Why would they aim when the previous 50 people haven't aimed? And there's never running water in them. So I use the office, not the office, but they use the toilets for the guys working in the factory. And then I noticed that the toilet that always says, this toilet is for office ladies only, and it's got a key code, was open. And I thought, well, I'll have some of that. And I opened it, and this office lady was in there. She jumped out of her skin and looked at me like I was a mugger. And I said, oh, it's very rare to see this door open. And she went, are you an outside haulier? And I was going to come out with something sarcastic, but I thought, no, Lucy, let's pass the personality test first of all. And I said, yes. And she said, well, you better use the toilets outside. And I went, no worries, love. I held her eye contact and went in the men's right next to her. If you're watching, Karen, I hate the term Karen because I believe it is a derogatory term used by men to put down women that want to assert themselves and actually ask for better conditions.
Oh, Lucy, do you remember? I think.
Has this got anything to do with my script or my story?
No,
carry on.
But
if you're playing the drinking game, Fanta's up.
Remember years and years ago, I can't remember, you had I'm sure it was one of your friends, and I came home and I was saying all about those bloody cars that have Kevin and whatever in the window.
Yeah.
And your friend said, those are my parents' names.
No, you said those are really cheesy, as if like some woman would be called Sharon or Tracy.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend at the time said that's my mum's name.
And that's
there we go.
I knew it was somebody.
And then you went on to call him the wrong name for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Start as you mean.
We're not together, but I believe he's got a lovely husband now.
Oh, there you are.
Really am pleased for both of them. When I say he wanted to get into my knickers, it was more he wanted to get into my wardrobe. Do you remember him? He used to have all the hair products and stuff. So Loz, you need to watch the Aussie movie Kenny. It's all about a bloke that cleans portaloos. Ooh, we've not long just seen, have we, the New Zealand film, The Breaker-Uppers.
That was funny.
Amazing. If you haven't watched it, you need to. But yes, and also I was wondering, do you think Brokenwood Mysteries is coming back soon? We haven't looked it up.
Well, ask.
Lou, is Brokenwood back?
We were on series 3,
6.
6.
Yeah. Stern was didn't the shit. Now you have a proud prince who loves me. That guy is long gone. Yes, I know. And also, I like the fact that the new guy that likes me, that sent me the love messages, he looks very smart in his uniform. So he's obviously a soldier, but I can't identify for what side.
Gorillas.
Hey, but he knows how to iron. So yes, that was my week. I wasn't allowed to use the toilet because I am scum. Don't worry, I told all the ladies on my trucking forum to make their lives hell in the future because that's how we do it. So moving on, you nosy buggers, to the village update. I've changed the there you go, that goes up to there. Anything. Happy New Year. I think the year is a blur, LOL. From Ian. Ian, honestly, we're on the 18th. I'm tired. I'm tired and I need to get off the ride.
I want to know where the other 17 days have gone.
You know, what I've done is I've trialed working for a living and I've given it my best, but I have to say, I don't think it's going to be popular choice.
As options go, it's Paul.
Leona has said my sister is called Sharon. Leona,
Oh, sorry.
it was her.
Sorry. I'm not really sorry, but
and in fairness, she made this comment just as birds of a feather were coming out. Push her under the bus. That's one thing I love about not being a train driver anymore, because the toilet on the trains are bloody disgusting. Hang on, Loz. If you're using the toilet, who's driving the fucking train?
auto train.
Auto train.
Auto driver.
I'd like to say they just go in a straight line, but they don't. They're a bends. I've seen the tracks. I've seen the toys.
But you know that Thomas can drive himself.
Oh, that's right. Put Loz out of a job. Bloody tank, Thomas. Yeah, God, Loz. Oh, and there's a certain, I think the term is piquant.
There's the fat controller.
There's a stench. There's an absolute stench. It's like a sweet stench of piss. It's like
shit, actually.
No,
falling in the chemicals.
I was going to say the chemicals they use are really, really sweet. It's like those blue blocks. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
I've never quite worked out. Do they just get it all dissolved and just check it out underneath?
Well, isn't that why you're not allowed to flush when you're at a station? Loz, do they collect it in a tank or do they flush it on the tracks? I know that we can't apply UK trains to Australian trains, but it bears the fucking same. Spill the tea.
A train is a train.
Train is a train. Unless it's a road train, but we'll get into that another time.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway through and not yet derailed. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wind it in. Do you know what? And I'd love to say a big thank you to my brother for being such a constant watcher.
Is he on tonight?
No, he's not.
Wow. Well.
If you're watching, Noel, you should be fucking messaging in. You take your chances. I love that one. And I heard it in your voice as well. My eldest is called Sharon.
Oh, for God's sake. My eldest is called Noel. My youngest is called Lucy. My choice.
Sorry. Oh, Stephen's watching as well, cuz. Oh God, please don't tell me someone you know is called Sharon.
Don't tell me it's your mother.
Oh, don't say fat controller. It only means one man to me. Is it ScoMo? Are you making a ScoMo joke? Did I understand Australian politics? Did I? did I? Did I though? And all she goes, nah, they get cleaned out when they go in for maintenance. I love it when you say nah. You've got such a great voice for nah.
So how often do they go in for maintenance then? Hope it's every day.
Well, Amanda might be able to help this. I never thought this was going to be the highlight of the show. When did your train last get the toilets cleaned? But Amanda's brother Brian cleans trains because he loves trains. He's like being paid to do his best life ever job ever.
Yeah, but that's carriage.
Well,
that's
we don't know.
underneath.
Right, okay. So There.
Oh, so sorry.
So sorry. Must have forgotten we've been doing this for over 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. So there are two things that I have seen on the. Oh God, Amanda's joined in. Guess what?
What?
She got a cousin called Sharon.
Come on, bring it on.
Come on, bring out your
Bring it
Sharons.
on.
Here's your Sharon out listing. Chase, bringing us back to puns. Literally toilet humour. And Ray would have liked that if that little bugger was watching as well.
Where's he?
Where's Ray? But he's bloody at that comedy place.
Has he not sent a note in from his mother?
No, he hasn't. At this point, you probably go, my mother's called Sharon. Oh, God. Loz is joined in. My sister is Sharon. Yeah, all right. Come on. Who's got a dog called Sharon? Come on, Lou. No, I'm here. Forgot the time.
Yeah.
You utter
Love you.
So I saw this on Marketplace today. Now, I'm going to read you the description. If you can beat Mum or myself, whatever, I want you to post in what you think the price would be.
Oh.
The price is tight. Little poddy message there. So obviously you'll have to do it in your own currency, and we'll try and guess what that is.
That'll be enough. They could send any price.
But I know that Cam's money looks very much like Lou's money. There we go. So we have got on Marketplace in original packaging, and I don't know if it was rarely used or never used. Skipping rope. Polly, we've both got a skipping rope that we've taken on holiday. So around work, around Europe, brought it back. It's got weighted handles.
Oh my goodness. Has it got ball bearings?
Hang on. It's got two ropes. One's a heavy rope and one's a heavier rope. So you go, one's a £1 rope and one's a £2 rope. And it even comes with a carry patch. Carry patch? Carry pouch.
At those weights, you'd want a trolley.
So guess how much would you pay weighted handles, 2 weighted ropes, and a carry pouch?
Is it an unwanted gift?
I don't know, but it's in January. You'd think the one time of year someone goes, oh God, I'll give that one go.
Well, they did. Now it's
on Marketplace.
Oh,
what are you looking at?
I'm just thinking how much someone would be.
Doesn't she look off screen like Scooby Doo's having a flashback?
Yes.
Right. Jason has put several quid. Lauren's gone for $6. Polly's gone for $22.30.
Wow.
Leona, she's put prices £10. Well, Noel put $2.50. I thought it was $3.50. It's the goddamn Loch Ness Monster. That's the South Park joke, and it's $3.50, not $2.50. You got it wrong. £95 from the 130 she's claiming she paid for it. If I know any of you are out there,
hold on, she's actually selling it for 95.
It's £95 on Marketplace.
Is
Is
it gold handles?
I'll go again. It's 2 weighted handles, 2 weighted ropes, and a carry pouch. Now,
are there diamonds?
It's certainly a way to lose pounds.
Yeah, 95 of them. Wow.
And I thought, that is funnier than anything I can write. Noel's put, you might be right, $3.50. Yeah, I am, Noel. I found your joke funny. I corrected it and made it funnier. Yes, so, and this is the other thing, okay, I saw that I thought, all right, okay. So, get your fingers ready. Okay, Lauren's put, must be the carry pouch that tips it over the edge. Yeah, it's £5 for all of that, but the carry pouch is £90. You could use your wallet because that'll be empty. So ready, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. No, Polly's put now. If we can keep ours special, we'd lock those ropes up on a vault in a vault. Mine was. Oh, Roger's last one has put 2 shillings, 3 turnips, and a goat. But then again, he is from up north. What would you pay? Now it was pristine condition. I imagine it has been listened to. We are looking for a special pack, limited edition all in nice cases. 45 DVDs on Elvis.
Oh.
The price is tight. Come on, let's get the prices in.
Are they offering money to the person who's
Nope.
going to come take them?
No. So it's 45 DVDs on the King, Mr. Presley.
10 pence.
£4.50, 10 pence. Polly's gone for 2p. Lauren's gone for 2,000. I knew you would love that. Something burning chunk of love. What is it? Jason's gone for $45. 0 for Leona. She hates Elvis.
As I do. Almost like Sharon.
I don't. If you are called Sharon, you've been affected by any of today's topics, please send in your messages to Christine. It is unbelievable. Now, he has seen them on eBay for £400, but he's offering them to you today on Marketplace for £250.
Really? Is he nuts?
So what I would like on our local Marketplace is drug testing.
That's like a £5 each.
For the sum total of £345, you could walk away with only one skipper because there's only 2 handles.
Yeah.
You can only use one at a time. It's not like you get four handles and 2 ropes. You get two. You get two handles and 2 ropes. So yes, you could basically skip away with a box set of DVDs of the King and wonder why you can't pay your rent this month. And Roger's gone for 1 groat and a King Edward spud. That was high prices up in South Shields. Wow. I wonder you can't stream those. That would make sense. Yeah, to everybody that no longer buys DVDs. Although I bought it, God, almost 2 years ago now. It's a little portable DVD player. I haven't used it yet. I'm looking forward to trying it out because I found it in a drawer this week. And it's for my Murder, She Wrote DVDs that I took to Switzerland 3 years ago. So, yes, I only have 1 DVD, but it is a box set of 3 seasons of Murder, She Wrote. Whoa, Loz, it's the King, man. Really, are you being sarcastic? I can't tell if you're chuckling or not. So, yes, so wow. Now, if you are living in the local area, I have some distressing but important updating news. This really is the village update, and it'll affect you primarily as well, and me on the weekend. Our local refuse tip will be operating under shorter hours, with possibly some days closed in the in the near future, but it will go back to normal soon. The refuse dump, the landfill, whatever you want to call it.
Excuse me, here we have a term for it.
Oh, it's the recycling
centre. They don't take rubbish.
No.
Only recycling.
Where should I put that? Landfill.
Non-recyclable. They got 15 different bins.
But for us, it's like a day trip to the Gold Coast, or Cedars, 4 Cedars. I'm trying to think of the references. For us, it's like a day out to the Goldie.
I love taking stuff to the tip. It means it's not here.
So yes, if you are watching locally, Amanda, this will affect you. Leona, this will affect you. Lou, possibly not. I believe you've got your own recycling. And if in doubt, just throw it in the water and see if it flows to France. If you have been paying attention, I've been mentioning that the Exeter recycling scheme, where you can recycle your plastics, your hard plastics, and they will use them to raise money at the actual recycling centre. And they've worked it out that to raise money, like a tub of Celebrations, Roses, Quality Street, one of those plastic tubs, that generates 8p towards the charity, which is Dartmoor Zoo, or Mind, the mental health charity.
Excellent.
So yes, I'm loving the fact that you can actually just take your plastic to the recycling point and raise money for charity. Now, there has been skullduggery and subterfuge up the road.
Oh my goodness me.
Get this. Now put yourself in the place of a British person with a car. Now, I know that, especially I know in Australia, if people in Melbourne and parking is difficult, I've heard about it, but parking is this universal thing. Once you've got a parking space, it's yours. You're not going to give it up. So there are local residents who have paid for a permit parking ticket, which means they get to use the car park, the local car park, regularly as their residents. They get to use their permit. So they parked in the car park. They left the car, which is the whole point of the car park. You leave it there and then you go and continue your life. And when they came back, because they're planning on using that area to build new charging points for hoity-toity electric cars, they cordoned that car park bit off, put up a sign, and then ticketed all the cars that were there. So they were originally parked in a parking space with their permits. They put the cordon up and then went, you can't park there. And they ticketed them. Mwah! That is beautiful. Council work at its finest. We salute you. So what everyone did was they got in touch with their local, sorry, no, of course they didn't get in touch with the local council. They took to Facebook to complain about it.
Of course, I have pass.
Not for a local town car park. Above the border.
What do you mean above the border?
North of the border. I mean, only 20 minutes away, but that's not the point.
North
of the border.
That's not anywhere near a town near us.
And sometimes I report back when somebody puts on a local forum, hi, my name is Lucy. I'm looking for a job. Has anyone got any jobs? Or I live in Kings Lynton and I want a weekend job and I'm 17 and come back from university. And I like people that do those posts because then you get, Pete's Florist and Joanne's Cafe and you've got all these different, and it's community. Someone's looked around for a job, couldn't find a job. They've put a post out and they're looking for it. They're putting themselves forward. And this girl got a lot of replies. And somebody said, you should hand your CV in at this local pub. And her response was, no, thank you. Do you know what hours they got? At that point, get in the bin. You've just lost your rights. What they should have done is she could have got in touch with that pub and asked what hours they were available. You just sat at home on Facebook like that going, all right, monkeys, get me a job. No, not that one. Swipe. It's not Tinder for jobs. Was there a planning application notice displayed at the car park? I can't give you that information. The irate members of the forum didn't go into that because that would have highlighted the problem.
I don't think they need to.
No. Well, I mean, the car park is so big. How would you ensure that every exit was covered? Because it's the one in the middle of town.
And you'd put notices up on every exit.
No, that's just wrong. Never mess with someone's parking space. Shit's gonna go down. I mean, that people have literally killed each other over parking spaces. Right. Now, another thing.
Look at Richard III.
Oh, he ended up in a car park in Leicester.
Couldn't park his horse there.
So they took him to a wrong town and put him in the wrong church. Well done. Oh, sorry. Bit of Plantagenet humour at the end of the show there. So one last thing. I love a little bit of self-detection. So somebody has lost his AirPods, she put my boyfriend has lost his pods in an airport, in a Wetherspoons, which Wetherspoons is a chain of pubs. And
really? Everybody knows what a Wetherspoons is.
New Zealand, Australia, and America.
Oh, I'm sure they're over there as well.
Trying to cover the bases. Wetherspoons, or as we call it colloquially, Spoons, has got pubs so this is what my boyfriend lost his Apple AirPods in this Wetherspoons, and I looked up the name of the pub. It's in this town here, and he's using Find My Device, so you can bring up on your iPhone Find My Earphones and it'll tell you. And he's tracked them to this other town. So if you've got them, let me know. If you can track them,
go and get
them.
Lazy.
Someone's on Facebook going, oh, the jig is up. Dear Sue, I have your earphones. Also,
The ransom is.
yeah, and why isn't he posting for himself? My boyfriend's lost his earphones. Can't be trusted to type either, can he, love?
Well, perhaps he can't spell.
Well, he can use his bloody tracker.
He probably doesn't have a spell for that. Probably just doink, doink.
Jason's put, I reckon people have killed each other in Chicago for parking spaces and in just Chicago. Full stop. I think that's why the phone, people have killed each other in Chicago. Full stop. Parking spaces. I think that's a fine sentence, Jason. There's a lot of mob activity in Chicago. That was a full sentence. CK hit my phone. Don't blame this on the dog. How much you selling them for, sis? £35. DM me. Polly, he was too embarrassed to have been at Spoons. Ah, mate. No. I'm not embarrassed because I love going to a Spoons. Spoons has an app, which means I don't have to stand and talk to idiots. Beep, 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 bing. Pint. And if you've ever been to our local Spoons, you don't want to stand near these people.
No.
Put the app in other pubs, I'd go there. Yes, so that was the village update, the roundup of the village update. I hope my new boyfriend's watching. Hey, baby.
Did he call you baby or babe?
Baby, I love you was the first message.
Oh my goodness.
And the second message
Two
was,
messages.
Yeah, the second message was, can I have your address and phone number so that we can talk?
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd need the address though.
Well, he's probably going to come and see you.
I mean, judging from his profile, he is a far, far, far away place. And I don't know what the travel restrictions are on COVID. But shite food. Yes, I do agree. For those of you not watching from the UK, the Wetherspoons chips is so creates so much obsession that people will dedicate their time to. So they get in there, they order their food, they take a picture of the food, they count the number of chips, and they post it for the chip count and Wetherspoons. It is a thing, man, because some places you go, you get a big pile of chips, and you go to the places, and you're like, 6 chips? I'm taking a picture of this for Facebook.
Really? How sad is that?
I'll show you after the show. It's hilarious. If there's more peas than chips, I think there's a problem. Hang on, Polly. I am in that chip count group. So satisfying. Hey, he's only got 5 chips. Hey, look at how many chips he's got on his.
Hey, mate, you got some of our chips.
One second. Number 10 Downing Street is a Wetherspoons now, says Roger. Leona, I missed it. My phone died. Say it again. Which bit? Which bit? Oh, the village update. Leona, don't wind me up.
How many chips do you want, Leona? That's it.
Lars, there should never be less than 15 chips on a plate, otherwise you send it back. Now, do you mean the chunky chips? You don't mean fries, do you? That means big chips. 15, I think 15 is a good number, I think, for the big chips.
God, that's far too many. Half a dozen would be fine.
Well, no, because in Spoons, they're short.
Oh,
don't be thinking they're like this long.
Well, they're just little ones.
They're like, dink dinks.
Chunky chunks.
Little chunky chunks.
Parmentier potatoes.
Well, those cubes. Don't be silly. You've ruined it now. Right. Moving on to... Sorry, I love the fact Polly's in that group. There's no nice when TV it makes you feel like you're involved. Village birthday. There we go. So the birthday section. So we have got a lot of people from my real normal day life. So happiest birthday to Sarah Yeoman, Mother Trucker. Yeah, happy birthday, baby girl. My friend Ed from Bristol, who I knew through festivals. My friend Brad Jones, who Roger and Steve will know. He was the pyrotechnic that we met on Calvin Harris. And when we didn't realize we were being watched, but we did sang the introduction to Drew Paul's Drag Race. avec dance moves. And we didn't realize we been watched, and we got a round of applause. Thanks. Dave Upham, who I used to work with, Gregory's, hey darling, Annabelle Lake, and Rach Bowden, both beautiful women that I know from festivals. Both of them have got their forklift licenses. Well done.
Did you wish Chris happy birthday?
Yeah, I did it last week when it was that week.
I
The only
can't remember.
person that gets birthday wishes outside of birthdays is Dave. I believe it's delightful.
It's his birthday every day.
Let's have a look. If they fit the salad on the plate, there is not enough chips. Spoons always put salad in a little side bowl, which I do appreciate, because then the lettuce doesn't get soft. Noel, have you watched The Eternal Sis? Nope. Salad, and then me on Thursday. Yes, but that means you're in next week's. How long have I been doing this? Dave, go on, come on, chat in. My birthday's in July. So Brad Jones, so that's the birthday update, banners, TV and radio. So as per usual, I am listening to Jason PJ on KISS 1011, but I'm on the catch up. So at the moment it is mid-September 2019, and
oh my God, you've got years yet.
No, because then I ended up listening through COVID. So it's going to get to a certain point where I've only got, I'd say, 6 months to listen to, but because it's only an hour show and I drive, I'm in the truck up to 15 hours in a day, I can go through 15 shows in a day. Not that many, because I sometimes work and talk to Polly. And I talk to Leona about 7 hours of that. Basically, I can talk to Leona and Polly and have a 15-hour shift and not hear the radio. So TV radio. So I'm listening to that, and it is absolutely is being side-splittingly funny when something proper makes you can't breathe. You're like, oh, I'm driving a truck. Oh. And then when you hear people ringing up and they're like, oh, you're playing for the birthday balls, we've got to be right birthday, and you win £20,000. What do you want to do? Oh, I want to go on holiday, in the new year. And you're like, no, you're not. Oh, we're getting married next year. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm going to be moving to Sydney. No, you're not. It's so enjoyable. The twisted. It's like seeing the happiness. I mean, that's not even going into the fucking fires poor Australia goes through at that point. I mean, it's good. It's going to get bleak. The radio is about to get bleak. So I'm enjoying the show on Friday now, but there's going to be absolutely no laughs for about 2 months. What do I listen for people to die to? No, who's dying so I can sleep? What am I listening to at night? I am still on Father Brown season 2, which is available on the BBC Sounds app, with Andrew Sachs as the voice. And at the moment I'm listening to the episode, The Actress and the Alibi.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure so far. I think it's about an Italian actress that won't get out of the dressing room. But luckily, Father Brown speaks Italian. So
well, he would,
that's the subtotal of why he's there. And they're like, and how do you know Mr. Harris? And he goes, oh, he's a Catholic. And he comes to my church. I thought, well, that covers it. Yeah. No long script play there. Just get straight to it. I'm missing some comments. Do apologise. Come on. I might be in Eastern Europe then. Yes, that's hilarious. And where did the bishop go? I know. Well, it's the actress that I know exactly. The actress has got the alibi for where the bishop went. But it's beautiful. It's very soft and gentle. And as soon as I listen to it and let my mind go, I go to sleep. So that's the radio side of things. We have finally, after 4 months,
possibly
4 months, we have finished all 8 seasons of Castle. Mainly because I work away and I've got to go to bed stupidly early, literally after the show, straight to bed. So it's just me, the actress, and the alibi going to bed. But on the weekend, we try and novel as much as we can. Watched Castle. Because I thought, well, we'll see what else Stana Katic is in, and she's the one who plays Kate Beckett. So she's in a show called Absentia. basically just means she got
She's been
kidnapped.
absent.
She's been absent for 6 years. And in that 6 years, her husband has not only found someone, so it's gone 6 years, and I don't know how long was it in Castaway that she waited before she moved on, but it's 6 years. They had a little kid, and when she went missing, so he seemed really established. Do you think maybe about 3 years he waited?
If that.
If that. So she comes back, and he puts his hand on her hand and goes, "It's going to be all right." And she looks at the wedding ring and thinks, "That's not the one I put on his hand." She turns up, the dog remembers her, she gets upset, she leaves, and what do we say? She should take the fucking dog with her.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving my dog in that house with that whore. You turn me kid against me, but you're not having the dog. But we got through 6 episodes. I'm gonna give it a couple of days break, because it started off really slow, like nothing happened slow. And then somebody went, "Oh shit, we should put a plot twist in it." So they put 20 plot twists in one episode, to the point where that doesn't make sense. But I really like her.
I like her
Thank
too.
you. It took a long time to get to the end of Castle. So we have now started, and we've got to episode 4 of The Closer. So that the Castle was 2008 2016. Done that one. Now we've gone back to 2005.
Yep.
Yeah, where the Deputy Chief Brenda Lee Johnson, thank you so much, is a FBI to CIA trained interrogation specialist, working in the major crimes department in the Hollywood Hills. So we're very excited, because we are only a couple of episodes in, but we remember nothing. It really is. It's like going, do I like that? I love it. Can I have it? Yeah. Brilliant. That's what happens when you watch something again. You've got no memory.
But we do know the cast, because
We know the cast.
Fritz is handsome.
Yeah, and I love Flynn and Provenza, but I forgot how much of an arse Flynn was. Even Provenza's coming round already, but Flynn,
and Gabriel.
Hated Taylor, but I loved Taylor by the end. But I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he did. But I get these warm feelings around him. But at the moment, he's a massive knob jockey. And there's that young lady that wasn't in it for long. She went. There's not a lot of women in it.
Well, there's Brenda. She's star role.
Yeah. So that's that. And of course, what I do until I get my little tiny £20 DVD player that I bought a couple of years ago, before I set that up and I start watching season 12 of Murder, She Wrote. I've been watching Charmed on my phone, because I thought 2004 is the best place to go back to TV. I got everything to watch on the internet. Honestly, the world's at your fingertips. I put Charmed on. It's on 4OD. I mean, there's 25 minutes of adverts between each hour, but love it. Just finished Wheel of Time. So much good, not complicated. I'm getting the impression, Jason, that you want me to give it a chance, and I possibly would. Wait, hold please. Did you say knob jockey? Yeah. So you've got knob face, knob head, bell end, knob jockey, knob meister, cock knocker, cock crumble. Ass hat.
Is this for Jason to learn colloquialisms in one?
I am basically what I am to Jason, what Duolingo is to Ray. If somebody is a massive knob jockey, then they deserve being called a knob jockey. 2004 was great. Charmed, Buffy, Xena, what more could you want? Exactly. So yes, I'm going back, and the soundtrack to Charmed is when, in the days when soundtracks were important on TV series, like you'd listen to an episode, you'd go on the internet, you'd type in some of the lyrics that you remembered, and you'd put Charmed and some of the words you remember, and it'd come up with a song, and you'd jump on Napster and you'd stream it. Well, not stream it, but you'd download it, and after an hour you could listen to it. It was amazing.
And Mark Hammond, if I've got to tell you, I know you rang me today. We will successfully talk to each other at some point. I mean, we're only on day 18. If we keep trying, and Polly is saying hi, Mark, as well. You know, you two could ring each other as well.
Do they know each other?
Yeah.
Of course
Oh,
they do.
sorry. I was like, yeah, of course they do. So yes, that is the Lucy Show, and I've ended it on 22:01. Oh my God, that's fucking satisfying. So I want to say, obviously, as always, a big thank you to everyone. Oh, Mark said to Polly, hey, beautiful. Oh. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching and getting in touch and
Yes.
putting your like emojis. Hit the emojis on the Facebook or the YouTube or whatever you're allowed to do. Get those algorithms up. Come on, hit those emojis for me now. Show me the emojis. I have no idea if this works. And I'd like to say get on the Vibe train on Twitch. But I don't know if anyone's using it. The only person I got on a train is Cam, who's literally driving a train right now. So yeah, love you, beautiful. Thank you. I love you both. Thank you very much, darling. Honestly, thank you so much. And the usual thank you obviously goes to Leona, Amanda, and Lizzie, and the Poddies. Obviously, the Poddies. Big shout out to the Poddies who are there for me every single day. And we've got the Warriors, and we've got Chris. Ray's back on the thank you list, Miss Elizabeth and Mervyn, the dream team, Mark, thank you everybody, and yes, Leona, I said you.
Did she say and me?
No, she sent me an emoji that's wearing a Groucho mask, a pair of fake glasses and nose. Thank you, Loz, as well. Have a great week and have a fantastic week sign writing. Jason, thank you very much for the emojis. See, love that. Thank you very much. And also don't forget to hit the emojis at the bottom of the screen. And now, next week, it's going to be a bit more cash, a bit more, I'm going to thank you to the Prince of Jason. So,
Is it dress down Tuesday?
it's going to be, I'm going to dress differently. I'm not sure what I'm going to wear, but I'm going to just try and put effort in. Maybe I'll brush my hair. But the reason why it's going to be special next week is because it's going to be the wassail. We're going to have a Lucy Show wassail.
All right. Here we go, a wassail.
Spoilers. And we're going to make sure that everybody, right, I don't know what it means, but I like this one. Right, I thought you meant wassailing, and I was like, you know what a wassail is. But yes, it's a wassail, and I'm going to tell you about local, I'm going to look up a lot of Devon traditions and myths and mysteries as well to tell you on these dark nights. But a wassail is basically a celebration to recognise what orchards give to us. It's a blessing for the orchard to ensure a good harvest. So
right,
if
hold
that
on
isn't,
a minute.
isn't that?
Did I not give 2 orchards to the world?
And do you know what he can do? He can get his own fucking show.
But he's always with us.
Leona says, I don't know what a thingy sale is. It's what we have before we have Apple Day.
Well, before the apples start.
Yes, it's the blessing for the apple. You go into an apple orchard, hug a couple of trees, sing a couple of songs, shout a couple of blessings. Loz, nice, I'll wear me good shorts.
Love it.
But yeah, a wassail is where a community comes together. They all have a couple of drinks, they sing some songs, they bless the orchard. And if I can use an excuse for everyone to bless the orchard, fuck it, I'm in. So welcome. So come along next week for the official Lucy Orchard wassail. Polly's in.
I think we're all in.
We're all in. So maybe if you can get a cider, I've already put my order in for the alcohol. That's why I put the order in. Can I have some? I said, can we have some alcohol-free cider next week, ma'am? She's like, oh, well, I'm sure we've got some apple juice. And I'm like, no, I want. Can we have the can we have the alcohol-free cider, please? Because it's a cider fest. So if you get some cider, please do. Sounds like a normal Sunday to me. Yes, doing.
No, that would be Sunday milk.
Yeah. If I get my own show, I take on your viewers. Yeah, whatever. Right. I love you all very much. Have a safe and sound week. Be prosperous. Be fantastic. And I will see you next Tuesday.
And I will see you next week.
Right. I got
Love you all.
gotta
Thank
go
you
to
for
bed now.
Love you, Noel.
Mwah. Bye. Let's get our wassail on. Put a bit closer to the speaker. Everyone all right?
Oh, so let me rehear it.
No, they hear it. I thought
All
maybe
right.
just bring it up a bit.
Ah.
Bye, everybody. See you next
Bye.
week. Don't want to hit yourself in the face.